This is a soul communication between you, Menglong, and you in transmission. Yumenglong's reply about parallel universe. Lemon asked, in other parallel timelines, where time moves more slowly than on Earth, do we also have to experience everything that has happened in this lifetime? If a person changes and becomes a better person today, will the versions of themselves in timelines where these events have not yet occurred also change accordingly? UN transmission replied, Yumenglong once told UN that if everyone were to enter the new universe now, they could also save all the other versions of themselves that exist throughout the many layers of space. Space exists in layers. For example, in this space, space A, he has been dead for 8 months. In another space, space B, he has been dead for 6 months. In another space, space C, he has only recently died. Continuing in this way, in one space, he is still singing. In another, he has just reached adulthood, and in another, he has only just been born. There are so many spaces, their structure is incredibly complex. Once the you in this space successfully helps all the people he is meant to save enter the new universe, the old universe comes to an end. The you in the later timelines will also be saved, and, under the arrangements of the higher realms, enter the new universe. In that case, they will no longer suffer persecution leading to death. Therefore, when fans enter the new universe, they are also saving the many versions of themselves that exist in other layers of space. The above reflects our understanding at our current level and is offered only for reference, Lemon asked. Does our current physical body on Earth exist simultaneously throughout all spaces within the 3 realms? Do our bodies appear differently in different dimensions? Are the bodies in other timelines connected to our earthly body? Are they linked together through some sort of channel? How do they influence one another? UN transmission replied. When we are born, many versions of us are born simultaneously. Within a certain range of spaces in this universe, the structure of space is extraordinarily complex horizontal layers. Vertical layers, vast dimensions, small dimensions, individual worlds. Even among spaces composed of the same type of particles, the difference of a single finer particle layer creates an entirely different space, because space is so intricate. Do we exist in every space within the 3 realms? Not necessarily. However, these versions of us all look alike and live lives that are broadly similar. They can all be viewed as parts of our greater being. They are connected to one another while also existing as independent individuals. The above reflects our understanding at our current level and is offered only for reference. Lemon asked, is our life on Earth predetermined from the day we are born? Is it because versions of ourselves in other parallel timelines have already completed this lifetime? And this life is simply repeating the path already traveled by versions of ourselves in faster-moving dimensions? No. UN transmission replied, a person's life is not determined on the day of birth, especially in today's world. Many people come from extraordinary origins. Their paths and missions were arranged long ago, often across more than one lifetime. As for the idea that this life merely repeats the path already, completed by versions of ourselves in faster timelines, that is not entirely correct as long as the primary self has not reached its conclusion, future can still change. The above reflects our understanding at our current level and is offered only for reference, Lemon asked. It's a version of ourselves in a faster timeline has already completed its life. Then when we seek to change our future, does that future refer to versions of ourselves in slower-moving parallel dimensions? UN transmission replied, both events that are currently unfolding and those that have not yet occurred can be changed. Even time and dimensions that have already passed can be reversed, Lemon asked. Although we cannot change what has already happened in this life, if a person has done wrong but sincerely reforms and begins cultivating during the remainder of their life, can they thereby change the future of their counterparts in other dimensions and gain hope of salvation? Otherwise, would they simply continue reliving their misfortunes across countless parallel dimensions in an endless cycle until everything comes to an end? Untransmission replied, that is one way to understand it, though it is not entirely accurate. Events in parallel dimensions are not simply repeating cycles. Once one version of you is saved, the others are saved as well. The above reflects our understanding at our current level and is offered only for reference. Lemon asked. Earlier you mentioned the good version of oneself? In which timeline does this self exist? And Transmission replied, human life did not originate solely in this present lifetime on Earth. We all have higher origins, originally. Everyone was good and aligned with the characteristics of the universe. The good version of oneself refers to the self that exists at the place from which our true life originally came. The above reflects our understanding at our current level and is offered only for reference. UN Transmission Note. Matters involving time and space are extremely complex and cannot be fully explained in just a few words. Our current understanding does not represent the complete truth of the universe. For those who wish to understand these matters more deeply, the best path is to cultivate a righteous spiritual practice and gain personal insight. Such understanding may become even clearer than anything we can express here.